So welcome to another video. I figured we'd do a 2021 first half shop tour. So there's the shop. Yeah, it's not so impressive at the moment, but this is going to be my shop. Started building this about 3 years ago at this point. I've done it all by myself. Hung the trusses up by myself, did all the wood and all that good stuff. Dogs don't know what they're barking at. Probably a deer or something. Anyway, so yeah, so I built the whole thing. I had my brother come out one day and he helped me get the metal onto the roof on this side because I did it by myself on that side and it was really rough. As you can see, I have 36 solar panels up there. The shop itself is a 30 by 50 pole barn, and I got it as a kit, and it was delivered here in all the pieces. It came with everything, all the metal, the trusses, the 6x6s, all that stuff. I think it was like $6,400. So here's where my solar comes in at. Let's see what we've produced so far. Over 10,000 kilowatt hours, 10,441 looks like, or 48 is what that is. So not too bad for the past year. It's done really well. Well, it was a year in October, so I guess a little more than a year. So I've got the main power line coming in here, and then I sunk in a separate conduit into the connection. And there's a trench that goes up into the house. Up behind here, it goes into the garage, and then everything is connected in there. So, but anyway, so right now, this is the big project for this year. Got a stack of solar panels, stack of solar panels, stack of solar panels. Those are all off of one installation. Guy upgraded all of his panels, and I made a deal to get them off his hands. So, but yeah, so it's a 30 by 50. There's no floor, there's no walls, there's no doors, but we're hopefully getting that done this year. Got my work trailer. I haven't been able to use it for quite a while because it's got insulation for the roof in it, and it's got that metal foiled insulation. And then I'm also housing the Cub Scouts trailer here for the moment too. And got dune buggy in the back there. It's a Dean Jeffries Manta Ray 2 Coyote body. Not very many of them made. If you look up the monkeys, they did a movie in '68 called Head, and the original one of that body style shows up in that movie. So it's pretty cool. It's kind of modeled after the 60s Corvettes and stuff. So, but anyway, let me go show you where the rest of my shop stuff is at the moment. So now we're in my basement, and this is where the most of my building and stuff is happening at this point. Although it's not 100% ideal, my wife's office is right up here. You know, COVID friendly office for using power tools. Yeah, there's no sound deadening or anything up there, so it I have to be really careful of when I'm using tools and stuff. But at some point, this is all going to be gone out of here anyway, and it's going to become like a rec room type thing when I get around to it. So first things first, like I said, this is my basement, and I've been getting dust over everything, you know, with the CNC and just making stuff. So I've been hanging up some plastic sheeting here going across to break off the basement, and do that. So I just have to put something right up in here to help seal off with these two pieces of plastic, and then it'll be, you know, keeping the dust all in one side. You know, I got my little bandsaw, my little table saw, and then the fun part happens here. This is my CNC. This is a Gatton CNC, as notated by my sticker, and that is Santa. This CNC, I'll put a link in the description to if you want to build your own. It's a fantastic machine. Dave has a really great design on it, and it can change and grow to be basically whatever reasonable size that you would want in a hobby CNC. Mine is about 42 inches wide here of a cutting surface, and it's these rods here are 6 feet long, but you lose a little bit of that with the gantry. So I've got like 58 inches, something like that, of practical cutting space on that bed. I've been putting in T-track and all that good stuff to upgrade it a little bit. Elsewhere, I brought this bench in. I built it up in the garage outside, and then just recently brought it down here. The white melamine part is actually part of an old IKEA bed, and just some scrap wood that I had lying around, and it's good enough. It's just the right height to be an outfeed table for my little table saw, and as you can see, it's just full of crap right now. And then, of course, on the other side is the Zeely, and it's in currently 2 pieces, more than 2 pieces, but that's about it. So the worst part about my shop at the moment is the lighting by far. Well, besides not having any sound insulation going upstairs. So it's really difficult to see anywhere in this basement. There's just, a couple of light bulbs that were put in by the original builder of the house. And so it's not very bright down here. So once it starts getting a little dark outside, you really can't do a whole lot of working because it's just there's not enough light from these upper lights. So I went to Home Depot the other day looking for some shop lights, and they were expensive. And so I went to Harbor Freight, and like a 3,000 lumen shop light was like $25 or something like that. And so I went to the old Amazon and got a 10-pack of 4,000 lumen shop lights right there, and they were $120-ish, so about $12 a piece compared to $25. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put those up, and we'll and then when I put the walls and stuff on the real shop, I can move some of them out there. If not, just get more. So I'm gonna load this area here up with probably 6 of these 10, and so that I have plenty of light for the CNC. I have plenty of light for working on the Zeely, and I can show you this spot. Along with the lights themselves, I also got a little packet of these little guys. These are, you screw them into the light bulb sockets and turns it into a plug. So then I can just take the for these other areas of the basement, I can just take these lights and plug them into those light bulb sockets, and I don't have to mess with any other kind of wiring. I'll probably do that here as well. I'll plug one in here, and then I'll put like a light here and one over here somewhere, and same thing with the other side. And fun time. So let's get to work. All right, so I took some of them out of the box. Let's see what we got. It looks like you can put 4 of these together, link them together. They have a little cord and a switch. And then on this side, they have the link to the next one. So you can do 4 of them at a time, or you can link 4 of them together, is what the thing says. Interesting. It looks like they also came with a bag of hooks and screws and like little chain. So we'll figure out how I got to hang these things up and go at it. Yeah, so that's like the darkest part of the basement there. That's where my electrical panel is. And you can tell, even with it being, the camera being pretty good at low light, it's still pretty dark back there. I don't think the camera really even shows how much more light this is than what was back here before. It's a huge difference. I'm really excited about that. You can kind of see it right there. Had the help of my little laser to help line, at least get these things straight. They're good enough. It's a storage area. So yeah, so far really happy with the way these lights are turning out, and it's really, what a huge difference it makes down here. So keep on at it. So, and I almost forgot to talk about this. So there was 2 lights back here before. Now we have 3. Each one of these is 40 watts, and they are replacing before 75 watt bulb, which was the one that was right here, and this one is 23 watts. So you know, basically 100 watts. We got 20 watts more of power being consumed here, but it's easily 3 times as much light. So I'm not complaining. It'll work great. So let's move over to the other side and get the one then that's going over here, and then I can start the ones that are going in the shop area. And just like that, the back half of the house is done, and another 75 watt light bulb out of the way, replaced with a 40 watt LED. Now, if you do the math, it's really simple. We got 2 75 watt light bulbs and a 23 watt light bulb. That's 173 watts. And the 4 of these 40 watt light or shop lights is 160 watts. So we're saving 15 watts and getting a whole lot more light out of it. So pretty happy with that. Now, this is one thing we got to talk about for a second. So this could be a project for this year. This is an original Super Sprint video game, and it works. It works really well, actually. It takes a while for it to heat up and turn on and all that good stuff, but it's got the original electronics and everything in it. And it's a heavy, heavy machine. So maybe we'll take a look at it and rebuild it or make it better this year. Well, I went ahead and got the rest of the lights put up, and holy cow, what a difference. It's nighttime now, but you can really see a difference. I think you can even see a difference on camera about how much brighter it is in here. So pretty awesome. So that's a shop update. Now let's do a little channel update. Don't worry about the continuity errors here coming up. So that was the shop update, and now a little bit of a channel update. Dogs are peeing out here with the German Shepherds, Sage and Ranger, and we're walking on the C&O Canal. So behind me, that bit of water, that's the Potomac River. If you look on that side, that's the actual remnants of the C&O Canal. In some parts, they've restored them. Guys, come on, stop skipping stuff. And other parts are just kind of overgrown like this. But you can actually walk the whole 180 couple miles. People do on bikes and walking and all that stuff. And we walk the dogs. So, just going around the other way. Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. Anyway, so channel update. So as of the time that I'm recording this, I figured it would be a good landmark of where we are at the beginning of 2021. Maybe we'll check in later in the year and see how it's going from there. Goals for this year for the channel. One is that, well, right now we have 813 subscribers. So I'd like to at least grow that to 814. So I know, lofty goals. I don't think a subscriber goal is really something that you should look for, because people are going to subscribe and we're not, depending, I guess, on your content. So Sage, come on. There you go. Good girl. So anyway, so hey, as long as I have more subscribers than what I started this year with, I'll be happy. That'd be kind of cool. And if not, I'm still going to do the videos anyway. My hopes are that I can do upload 20 videos. As of right now on the channel, I think there's like 26. So we're about double the output of the channel from the past several years. And that'd be kind of a good thing. I think that will help it grow. So other than that, just try to put out content that somebody wants to watch. The people that watch my channel have made it abundantly clear they don't really care about the solar stuff. So there won't be any more of that on this channel. And I'm moving that to its own channel that nobody will watch. So, because I still like doing them. But so yeah, so it'll be the solar stuff will be gone, but CNC stuff, maybe some 3D printing stuff, you know, robotic stuff. And these guys are killing me today. They don't come to this area. This might be the second time that we've walked this particular area, and so they're stopping and sniffing at everything. You know, come on, there you go. Caught up again. That's the problem with trying to walk two of them at the same time. But anyway, so yeah, so solar stuff not on this channel anymore. We'll move that over. I'll put a link for anybody that really enjoys watching it, because I do enjoy making it and kind of showing some of the stuff I have to deal with in my real job. The car stuff will continue, and unless somebody says that, you know, that should be on its own channel or something like that. But I don't know, it kind of all mixes. Hey, don't go down there. Come on up here, Sage. And then what else we got? Oh yeah, the Raspberry Pi CNC stuff. So working on, can't say anything about it yet, but we're working on some good stuff with the Raspberry Pi CNC. So keep on watching for more updates on that as time continues. Hopefully sooner than later we'll have some updates that I can share. Obviously there'll be some shop updates. Hopefully as stuff progresses this year. And we'll just keep at it and having a good time. So until then, thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you helping my watch time. And we're going to keep on going. We got probably another 1.5 miles that we're walking today. And we'll see you next time. Thanks. So I figure while I'm walking, I'll show you some of the cool parts of the canal where I'm at right now. So right now, I'm probably 70 feet or so above the Potomac, and the canal, when they would use it, they would use the donkeys and boats to pull on this towpath. Well, the canal, they only wanted it to drop by so much, you know, every mile or whatever it was, because then, you know, there'd be no water in one end and overflowing at the other. So let me show you what they've done in this particular area. So if you keep going this direction, it's less than 1/4 mile. Right after you get around that turn, it straightens out again, and the canal is on this side. Well, what they have to manage the water. They have dams, a couple of dams right, or I'm sorry, not dams. They have locks right up on that strait that's about a quarter of a mile up this way. And so if this area, if it's getting too much water, this is kind of the area that it's going to do it in. And you need to be able to let it back out to the Potomac. So here's what they did. All right, so there's the canal. They built a little waterway, little dam, and they would have a diverter, I guess, and I don't know what those things would be called. But I mean, those are the original ones there from the 18 something or other, 1860s, I think it was. I don't know. Pretty old. But they would have the two of them there, and you would just, the guy that lives at the lock house that's up there, which is what they would call it, because they always had to have somebody manning the lock to let the boats in and out. He would, I guess, just come down here and turn these to drop the water level in the canal. And then when it would get down to an appropriate level, he'd shut them back up again. I don't know what would have been in this one. It was probably just blocked off because there's no holes in it or anything for another one of those plates. But pretty cool. And then you can see that, all the stonework and everything, and it just goes right back out to the Potomac. So pretty neat little piece of history. It's probably my favorite part about living in this area is that you're so close to where so much of America happened. You know, the canal was originally surveyed by George Washington. You know, you have Antietam battlefield that had the bloodiest day in American history. You know, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania is right up the road. You know, you can go to the spot where Abraham Lincoln gave the Emancipation Proclamation. You know, all that other cool stuff. I mean, there's just so much American history here, and it's pretty neat. So, anyway, back out of here again.